Hello. How's everybody doing? Playing around with TS long enough with this SDK? I think it's time I started, like, actually following some good practice. Yeah, add some tests and stuff. Let's just equalize this audio a little bit more. There we go. Cool. So, where were we? Got our library so far. Just check status of it. No, it's good. So we've got library. It's doing some basic stuff. It's relatively nicely formatted and broken down into, you know, different components and stuff. So we've got the account management, the endpoint management, user management. So what's next? I think we need some testing. So let's clear out some of the junk. Okay, so we got logs documentation for later. I probably want to log into the account. Should have logged in. Thank God for password managers and the fact that it doesn't show anything else off. And I'm going to want my Circle CI open. Log in. I don't think I've logged into this in a long time. At least not on this Mac. That'd be correct. If anybody knows how to remove yourself from other people's projects, that's probably a good thing. Ooh. Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't been in here in a while. Oofed. I'm also getting a bunch of Circle CI notifications telling me I have been removed from a whole bunch of places. So, let's get started. Let's go look at the Circle CI docs, shall we? I'm assuming they're there. Nope. Let's look at the Circle CI docs. Because it's been a while since I've used it. Last time I used it, it was version 2.1. Orbs were just releasing, and yeah. That was it. Oh, also something to make my life a little easier. Circle CI. Oh, not Spotlight. CLI. Using, there we go. We may want this to make life a lot easier. Da, da, da. Just drop that in. Check. Sweet. Got the CLI. And to run a project is simple if I remember correctly. Yeah, validator. Cool. Oh, even has instructions on how to use it with your own orb. Right, let's start from the top. This is okay. So also still on the 2.1 build, so my existing knowledge should be suitable, just about. But I'm curious about doing this on orbs. Because orbs were just coming about the last time I was writing some circle stuff, but I was in a hurry, so I wrote it entirely in Circle CI's 2.1 API. Okay. Go for a node image. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Do. Right. So we need the circle image. Don't want it to go to Pantheon. Easily install. Does it give you more information? Ah, it does. Oh, it has a complete registry. I didn't realise that. So I'd got a complete registry for them. Okay. Succeed. Check out, install node version, run node. So you can run it in multiple tests. Okay. So I can tell it to run multiple different versions of Node. That's quite useful. And npm and yarn. Okay. Right. Okay. I think that may be overkill for us. Let's go back into the registry. Got the code column. Take it off from logging. Interesting. Right, first things first, I need to add the project. setup project. Okay, let's try this. Woo! Didn't know the circle had done that. That's really quite snazzy. Used to be a slow build process where you'd have to add the project, manually insert everything, and carry on from there. Oh, amazing. Right. Now, if I go to GitHub, logs, TypeScript, just quickly merge that back into master because it's working. Because, yeah, that's actually amazing. There we go. There we go. Whilst I'm at it, may want to add Greenkeeper. That's your account. Log in. Sync repos. It's going to be a lot of stuff here. Okay, and here we go. Waterfill. Let's get Greenkeeper set up. All repositories. Yeah. Screw it. Let's go with it. Greenkeeper now has access to everything. Which means if I go greenkeeper.io, count ukmodels, sync repos. Should have everything. Give it a moment. And also get Greenkeeper ready. So what we're doing here is we're adding Circle CI to manage our tests. Currently we're just linting. We'll need to actually add some actual testing to the different parts of the API, you know, using knock and dependency injection to properly manage it. But for now, all we want, yeah, is to get all this in. Oh, I've only just noticed that. Oh, Greenkeeper's recommending moving to Snick. Aha. This is going to be interesting. Let's ignore that. We want this. Ooh, there's a lot of... Okay. I probably don't want to add all of them. Yeah, definitely do not want to add all these repos because there's a lot. And a lot of them are junk. So as I was saying, unless it's this one, I just happens to be all the things on contributor access. Yeah, okay. I don't want all the reports. Actually, no, nuts to it. You have to have all the reports. Add selected. Let's go with that. Don't want to have access to the packed ones though, or delete project. Okay. It's going to take a while. Okay, right, anyway. So, if we go back to our... Oh, God, I haven't even got the repo at GitHub. UK Madhouse. TypeScript. Can I not type? Nope. I cannot. Still have all these branches. Let's remove the merge branch. Pull requests. In theory, you should start seeing stuff. But TypeScript. Tested a few seconds ago. You report. Ah. My free tier access. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. Wow, it's actually included all of them. Ooh. Yeah, you should probably deal with those. On the upside though, seal projects. Yeah, I do need a way of removing a lot of these. So now we have it included. Now where would this be? Under L. It's saying it's fine. Only fair weather repos adding dependency with issues. Let's try that. Okay. There we go. So now we have Snyk set up rather than Circle CI to go in and generate a whole bunch of stuff. Retest. So we now have all that. Let's just quickly add to the README file so we know what's going on. Where's my README? I should have a README. No, it does not have a README. Okay. So does it? Or does it? Nope, no README. Build state. There we go. Let's add the README. Get pull origin master because we'll want both those changes we've made to the repo now to actually propagate. Now if I do circle CI local, I think it's validate, or it would be useful if I could spell local. There we go. Oh, let's execute. Execute. Now that will run the Circle CI image we've got, which is here. That Circle CI file here. There we go. Oh, hello, we've got an error. Find a job named build. Hang on, so that's the local CLI doesn't work with orbs. Config or use CI server. Oh, hello. Test splitting. Ah, yeah, the parallelism stuff. Right, yes. Very aware of this. Limitations of running jobs locally. Okay, here we go. Well, jobs running locally, CI is very helpful. Machine executors. You can't use machine executors in local jobs. Requires an extra VM to run it. Aha. Right. So, won't run locally because the machine executor we're using in the orb only runs remotely. That just means we're going to annoyingly have to keep shoving all this code up. Like here. Okay. So that lovely little thing that was meant to make life simpler and easier is not so much simple or easy. Oh. Oh Lord. Okay. Just having too many screens. Can't see everything at once. Okay. Oof. Alright, so skipping Greenkeeper. Don't need that anymore. And we now have... Other project owner. Just me. History. Okay, cool. So Snick is all configured. It should automatically add fixes for stuff. And it should, when I create a PR, do different things. So, actually on that note, get status, get checkout initial tests. Let's have a look at that orb for the... Let's just add logs.io to it, because that's what I'm using. That's where I work. See what information gets passed through. Okay. Okay. Now I'll get there. So I need to set a token up in my Circle CI project. Now I'm just gonna have to switch you to be right back, so I can do this without exposing my token. Something I need to look into. Setting general token. Add token. Move to a different page so you can't see token. There we go. Alright, let's bring me back in the room, shall we? And there we go. So, as I was saying, lovely, lovely, lovely job. Right, TypeScript project. Now we can add the logs.io, or well, now that will actually report information up to Circle CI, from Circle CI to logs.io for me to consume. So let us follow the instructions. So I need to include this step at the bottom of it. Now I haven't got anything in there yet. But there we go. Let's see what happens when I do this. Make sure we're on the right branch. Git dot circle. Oh, funny character. Send testing logs to. Okay. And it's called initial tests. Sorry, Jim was dealing with keys, didn't want anybody to see. It's the reason I was being quiet as well, because I was trying to make sure that I moved everything and didn't accidentally leak out into the universe API keys, because that's bad. And yes, this is awful dubstep, but there is a severe limitation on the royalty-free music available to me to actually display as background tracks, so that I can listen to stuff as well as you can listen to stuff without it being annoying. Right. Let's see if this worked. So if I go to Circle CI... Oh, fail. Oh, failed. To use this, an organization must opt in to using third-party orbs and organization securities. Okay, I am the orb. Where is that? Where's the permission? Organization security settings. That's my user settings. Organization plans. Yeah. And FYI, Jim, I am currently using Spotify for this, and I'm actually using the Twitch FM playlist because it's one of the approved ones. I usually use this or something by a guy called Harris Heller, and he produced a giant one called Stream Beats. Yes, Jim? Yep. Bluetail, which I'm not actually access to. It just stores the ones I've been booted off. The others. But even better, if I go to jobs, click here, still got packed ones and all the random projects I've worked with other people. So, yeah. Like, Bluetail. It's just going to sit here and spin forever because I actually don't have any access to anything in Bluetail. Pack Dev. All it's going to give me is the open source projects I was involved in previously. Let's hope nobody from Snick is watching right now. Oh, guess what? Just been installing Snick in the project I'm monkeying around with right now. So, you never know. Maybe. And the fact this has been streamed on YouTube means I have no idea if somebody who is more important to me is going to know... Well, more important to me? More important than me is going to be able to come and tell me off. Come super... My reposts are horrible... And they are public to everybody. It's totally fine. But, yeah. Okay, so, still trying to find that setting. So, go back to moi. Projects. Security, that's what I'm after. There. Now, if I go back to jobs and rerun this job, should have the image work. Poopers. An organization admin must opt into using third-party orbs in organization settings. But I did that. I'm pretty sure I did that. Security. Yes. Am I missing something? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. Not crazy, more crazy than normal anyway. I am not a big fan of this one. This is infuriating. All I want to do is run a test. I can't run a test. Well, in reality, I can run a test. I just have to remove the logs.io orb and retry. Oh, don't rerun. The answer's there in the name of it. Okay. Let's have a purposely... Let's make the test purposely fail, shall we? Package file. And I've got linting. That's... Explodey. And process. It's just... Oh god. I need to exit with bash status 1. Bash exit 1. Yeah. So it's exit 1. Cool. Force it to go bang. Oh, no, because I need to do npm run explodey. Just lazily re-add it to the same thing. Throw it back up. Let's see what circle says. How you doing anyway, Jim? Enjoying your new job? Oh, yes. So my test worked and then it exploded on the point it was meant to explode. And now it needs to capture logs. Oh! Right. So I need to make things dump out to ESLint log file. How is it a blog post you're writing this afternoon? How is that going? It looks like npm failing to me. Right, okay. It's succeeding. If you actually look through, so the npm test, the first test we're running is lint, and then my purposely exploding. So it's running the lint command, which is then linting. It's giving me warnings, but it's succeeding. I then have my explodey function, which is a forced exit with sigterm 1, which means it goes bang, so it fails the test, which is great. And what we want after it's finished to fail the test is to grab the content and throw it over to logs.io. And I have realised my test is working and it's failing, but this clown here is forgetting to send it to logs.io afterwards. Ah, DevX. Now, does Jump have some public stuff? Is it Jump 24? Oh, the office isn't that far away from me. When this crazy lockdown is will be public. Yes, I know it will be public. I've already offered to help with that, like infrastructure and stuff and automation. So, GitHub. Yeah, huh. Interesting. No actual open source. Well, next time. Yeah, really close to me. If you come here, we can grab beer together after work. But anyway, I was going to say I've been doing a lot of research the last few days on best practices for Git repos, etc. And I was wondering if you would like me to partake in the sharing of said information with you. I am going to recommend the bar with 10 seats in it around for me. It's my favourite bar, and it's really close by. If it's still open, because it only opened a month and a half before quarantine. Well, 2 months before quarantine, and yeah, it's going to be hard. But anyway, yeah, I'm... would you like me to partake in the sharing of the best practices I've garnered and gathered together for how to stylize and build your repos? Because one of my live streams is going to be next week about converting this repo into a paragon of best practices. Yeah, the usual problem. We glued this together the easy, quick way. We know how to do it. Oh, nuts. We were intending to release this as open source, and now it's stuffed with our proprietary poop. Yeah. Like, the correct use of build badges, how to structure the repo, how to do contributions and stuff, how to, and more importantly, how to automate as much of it as possible. Because what's the freaking point if you have to manually do everything? It's like Snyk will automate the if it passes tests and stuff like this. So screw it. May as well add the tooling. So that's what we're going to go with. I kind of want the repo to have something broken in it so I can see it in Snyk. Anyway, I need to make this log out to a file. If you say output. Output, that's the word I was after. Okay, so if I do Now let's see if I can do that in the config as well. No, the config can't take it. Can't take it. Can't take it. Right. Already ignoring logs. Great. So if we just quickly bolt on a little extra in the form of output. So output. And then we add this to our package file. So we've got lint here. So output. And then we'll do dot logs dot es lint dot log git, and let's do npm run lint, just see if it generates the lint file. There we go. Logs are now dumping to a file. So if I do git commit drop ESLint logs to file. And we'll just see what Circle says. Allow. Let's opt into this new. Okay, it's not that. Yeah, it's not that bad. Log files are sent to logs.io. Let's see if they've actually appeared. Yeah. So logs.io is now receiving my my build logs. The only problem is they are now horribly formatted, so I do need to learn how to format them better. Yeah, I need to work on this. So, ESLint format. Jim, I know you love music. How are you about producing music? Oh, no. Damn it. I was about to say, how do you feel about doing that and release them as royalty free so I can scrounge them for this? Logging to using a Unix formatter. I do hate the fact that I'm not able to run all this locally to see what the heck's going on. Actually, npm run test. Right, cool. Now if I remove Explody, remove the force fail, because now push into the wrong branch. There we go. Ooh, that was horrible. Logs typo script. Cool. Just gotta wait for... There we go. Way! Logs we can actually grok. I do enjoy that. Makes me a lot happier. And it even tags it as Circle CI, so I know exactly where it's coming from. So I can do a type, Circle CI, visualize. I can see where the logs are coming from. Circle CI, SNCC, etc. That is... Yeah, that's going to be quite useful. Sweet! Let's leave it on the Explore for now. Right, so we now have Circle CI set up with an orb to run tests. And we have logs.io orb. It's great. And now if I build this, just a quick PR. Excellent. Amazing. It now has all my tests. So we've got Git Guardian, which is going to check that I'm, you know, not leaking my keys into the universe, because bad. SNCC checking for security, and Circle CI doing the individual tests. So, oh, what's the configuration I have for Git Guardian? Because I may want to monkey with that. Integrations. Configure. Okay, so I need to be in Git Guardian for this bit. Integrations. Settings. Okay, so I can automate that. Policies. Yeah, need to make sure that is there. Secret detection. Yeah, have an accident. And it's fine. Ensure that. Ah, so it's okay. Cool. So I've now got all the basic policies set up. Let's do TypeScript and let's scan it. It should come back with nothing because, well, there shouldn't be anything in there for it to go, ah, something's wrong. Failed to scan. Okay, so if I go back to Circle, we should have a successful pass. Excellent. Now, need to quickly pick a... Oh, I wonder what the best... Yeah, I wonder what the best library for testing in TypeScript is these days. Because as with everything in JavaScript, it moves around a lot. So, let us... TypeScript testing library. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's just about using Mocha and Chai. It's also quite out of date. Let's switch it up. Past year. Pluralsight. Ooh. Okay, so it's suggesting using... That's just React. There we go, that's more like it. Ah. Okay. Well, so we can just write this as Jest. Right. You know what? It's been a while since I've written Jest, so let's have a look. Code coverage, excellent. Who uses Jest? Everybody! Alright, so docs. So let's go with npmi Jest. I'm also going to remove my hokey little self-test file because that is now no longer needed. Ooh. ESLint import. I need to do the imports. Right. Okay, let's remove that because I'm actually not running it on this computer. Just my test qualifying. Yeah, config. Cool. TypeScript. Jest. The tricky parts. Aha. There we go. Okay, so I need those two files so that this doesn't explode. npm id. So the types for Jest and the TS Jest, which should automate the process. Ooh, something that helps you configure a configurator even. Let's copy this out properly. And then here should have Jest config. Things that make sense. Let's do npm run lint. Wait. Hang on, does that mean that it stopped complaining about... Bloody hell, it's actually partially fixed it for me. Okay, anyway, so config file, mocking stuff with... when I first tried TypeScript, I got a lot of type errors when trying to access properties with the mock. I figured out it provides a mocked wrapper function that adds all the mock properties to the function or object you want to mock. That's kind of useful. Okay, So we now have test file. Oh, the massive outage. Wasn't that 2016 or something? 2017? It was quite a while ago. Like, significantly while ago. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Sorry, Jen. Test file, so tests. Now we're just going to have let's start with just the index.test. So new file, index.test.ts. Let's run just not found. Hey, I wasn't too far off. So npm id right, so I need npm id, so the Babel portion of the testing. A bit annoying that I have to do it that way. TS jest, npx TS jest, npx TS jest. npx jest. Let's remove explodate and do units, and just do that as jest. And npm run unit. So what that's going to do, so npm test is going to run reslint and then follow it up with jest, which should then explode it. Cool. Now we need to know how to actually write some tests. So oh, that's quite interesting. You can tell it. Oh, that's actually quite interesting. Being able to auto mockify up against DynamoDB. Let's try. Okay, so let's try testing asynchronous code. Okay, getting started. Okay, so we want to do inside of our test import logs IO from, and then it'll be source index. Alright, I'm going to just do nodemon npm test. Oh. Just check, my ESLint is run against everything. So it'll explode even if my tests are out of whack. Okay. So I need to write a quick test, so... Oh, there we go. Sorry. What is it? Name a test. Expect console.log logs.io. It's ext ts tsx js jsx. So nodemon actually remembers to rerun on every file change we made rather than just one or two. Const logs.io is equal to new logs.io. Try, and we're going to want to do this. And no region supplied, and that should mean catch the error console.log.error, because we do actually want to have a quick look at its internals and make sure we know what we're doing. Alright, let's try the other way. Let's have a positive first. I hate writing the positives first, but hey out. It's fully instantiated US. Remove the gumph. And string would be import UUID from let's just, there we go. Const region is equal to US, and then we want the token to be const token is equal to UUID. There we go. So if we change all this to be region token. Oh, mass code reviews. Ooh, have fun. Speak to you later, bud. let's finish this off, shall we? Let's go into Mitsubishi. Annoying. That's neat. Didn't realise I could do that down here. Oh, terminal. No, wrong one. Let's reopen terminal. Node mon. Alright, let's just get it working as a string first. Console.log logs IO. Let's see what's inside, because you know what, you should always check. Let's do expect logs IO to be instance of logs IO. Cool. Excellent. Expect logs IO dot token to be token oh, I need to do a little hack as any to actually read the content of it. You know what? We should change this for US region. And we want region to be region. Cool. Let's replicate this. Neaten this back up because that's a lot of red squiggle. Cool, and we want to change that to EU, which then means we want to have base URI is equal to and that should be EU-EU. Go. successfully instantiated US region, EU region, because that gives us an alternative region. Because currently we don't have any type checking for the regions that exist entirely within logs.io. We're only checking for, yeah. So if we change this to be UK, it should then fail because it would be a mismatch on the region. Excellent. Cool. So that's a success. Now I do want to do npm run lint fix to hopefully teach my ID that this is not good. Ah, it's, yeah. I need to change this to be everything because I want it to lint my test files as well. There we go. Ooh. Oh. Is the ignore? Ignore path. Because I want it to ignore the dist, because you know the dist is a mess. Package file. And there we go. Now it should ignore the dist from trying to run it. Oh, hello. Oh, I need to ignore path. Ah. So ignore pattern. Is it still trying to run it on the dist? Need to fix that. I want to ignore the dist. I don't want to know what's going on inside the dist. Because it's all messy in there. So let us, yeah, like that's a lot of junk that I do not need to know about. ESLint ignore folder. Ignore. We're using one configuration. There we go. Ignore patterns. And let's add that to my ESLint file itself. Dist. Let's remove that from the package file. Let's try it again. There we go. We are now ignoring stuff we don't want to look at. There we go. Here's you never used. Okay. Index. Quick fix. Use unknown instead of this will force use it. Then on. There we go. Let's have our testing run. Failed. npm run. Run lint. Oh, something is broken here. I wonder what. This is quite odd, because if I then run the fix, that works. What's the difference between them? There's a double space there. That can't be it. It appears not to be it. So if I do npx, okay, so we've got all these errors going through. Great. I think that's going to be a yes lint. Right, ladies and gents, I think I'm going to punch out at this point. I've got some tests. It's kind of running. It is up here in circle, successful. So I'm going to punch out because I'm getting a bit more. Could do with a little bit of a walk. I will hopefully see you next week, where I will either be playing with this or I'll do something else. I'm not sure. Any suggestions? Send me a message on Twitter or over DM. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys later.